Oh boy, Ninja Gaiden 3. Man, this game was so freaking good. It's kind of the black sheep compared to Ninja Gaiden 2 and Ninja Gaiden 1. Ninja Gaiden 1 is one of my favorite NES games ever. Ninja Gaiden 2 is much better as far as the story and overall kind of balance, I would consider. It's much more doable than Ninja Gaiden 1. And Ninja Gaiden 3 kind of becomes a black sheep of the family. Ryu's a lot more floatier for some reason, and a lot of times we used to call him Fat Ryu. He goes hur 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 when he attacks with a sword, and it kind of sounds goofy as hell. Also, it's hard to kind of describe, but the actual levels kind of seem flatter compared to the original ones because they were kind of drawn at, where you can see the floor at an angle. It actually makes it much easier to see where you can jump or how close to the edge you can go, as opposed to Ninja Gaiden 1 was kind of, or 2, which is kind of confusing because it had that kind of things. But that gives it the Ninja Gaiden 3. While it's better from a gameplay to see precisely where the ledges end and stuff, it just doesn't look as good. So it gives it a flat look. It's also was rebalanced when it came over to the West. Because they were, at the time, they were worried about people just beating games during rentals. It's like, you have to be a badass to beat a Ninja Gaiden game, period. And so, but I don't know who the hell they're making this, to try to stop people beating the game over the weekend. But they decided, it's like, well, we're going to increase how much damage Ryu takes. And I cannot remember if this was in the Japanese version or not, but on the United States one, you have limited continues, and so imagine a Ninja Gaiden game where you don't have infinite continues. Oh, well, this is it. This is Ninja Gaiden 3. And because of that alone, it's right on up there with the first Ninja Gaiden. Is stupidly hard. It's freaking insanely hard. There's a couple of tricks as far as going back and forth between areas to get one-up men that you have to do. So it's kind of weird. You're playing just one of the most core principled super action games at all time. You kind of grinded for men there for a part. You do it towards the end of the game. There's a place to I think it's in 6-2. I remember there's a land which has like goop that you have to jump up and down and you can get one-up men there. And so you would get up and try to get 9 men to get the most out of your continues. And I believe it was 7-2 right here with that one-up man as well. It's like you could also or somewhere in there you could get one-up men, even in the ancient ship. So, otherwise, there's not too much different. They took your shadow guys away from you because in Ninja Gaiden 2, your little shadow buddies were broke as hell, and that was usually how you end up fighting a boss, was to try to get him stuck between some shadow thing, or your shadow would be stuck in the air, and then you would be on the ground. You'd slash from a safe spot, or relatively safe, and then he would be attacking. They got rid of the shadows. But they gave you a sword upgrade that makes your sword considerably longer, almost like Simon's whip length, and so you wanted to get that really bad, like that. That's it right there. So you can see how much better it is the regular sword, which was always a reeky deaky weapon, and the Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2. And so you would try to get a sword. It's the big sword upgrade. It'd be one in each area. Or stage, whatever hell you want to call it. And so it's really important to grab that shit. And the bosses aren't too much effort until you get to the end. The end bosses are, of course, bullshit. I felt overall that this. By then, by the time I got to this game, I was a Ninja Gaiden freaking expert, because 1 is so rough. I consider 1 the hardest. But once you've played the shit out of it, you can beat it too. And I would highly think that this would be the game you would come to after you do 1 and 2, because you have unlimited continues on them. Because you need to get good, son, before you even come to this one. Because you're just going to have that Battletoad style super frustration. You're going to get far, and you're going to feel like you still want to play the level that you're working on. And they take your continues away from you. You freaking go do it again. That one-up man right there might be done. And that's what I'm doing, I think, right now, is going and piling up one-up man. So that you have a chance to go through. There's no real point from a gameplay perspective to just make you grind for dudes like that. You just have unlimited damn continues. Super Ghosted Goblins had the same thing with the treasure chest, by the way. You had to get that. You had to get your treasure chest to have real unlimited continues. But I had so much fun. Took me about 10 hours to beat this game. And I thought it was just mediocre crap back in the day. But when you go back through and you play it, this, after you've done 1 and 2, it has this sort of automatic retro status, but you haven't actually played through the game yet, and so it gives you this real like, I'm playing a new game. You're not really playing a new game, but you are. It gives you the nostalgia and the new game, the same thing, and so that kind of games like say Star Trek with 2 or Mega Man 6 games with were not as near as good as the original ones, but when you come back and play them these days, you're like, wow, this is pretty damn good. Maybe not as good as the original ones, but still freaking good and still worth playing. And if you want to get your ass kicked, bro, this is the one. This will do it for you, especially toward this here when you're actually in the ship of doom or whatever. There's a story in Ryu's being framed for, I don't know, I don't give a shit, honestly, freaking play through it, have fun. It's 2 paws up, of course. Ninja Gaiden, tight gameplay Brian loves, and Kitty like just being able to play. It's like old, but it's also new. It's something you probably haven't played through yet, and so it's just fun as shit. That big sword changes the game up a lot. It's real fun. You can't fuck up though. You take too much damage to fuck up. So don't fuck up no more. It's got, well, I mean, at least you still fall off the pit and die from every hit anyway. So what the hell is the point of even having a life bar?